This movie offered such a beautiful and subtle look into the effects of race and class in the athletic world. I was surprised to see that Tashi's actually the victim here, not the master manipulator we've been seeing in all the promos. Spoilers if you haven't seen Challengers. Tashi is immediately objectified from the moment that she's introduced. The boys see her as the ultimate trophy, and that's heavily hinted at in this scene here where they're playing with their US Open trophy while they're waiting for Tashi to show up. And it's so easy to interpret Tashi as this man-eater, self-loathing, ultra-competitive ice queen. To me, I saw a woman that never had control over her life. It's established during Tashi's conversation with the boys on the beach that she is not rich like them. She mentions that she's going to college because she needs to rely on something other than tennis, which is something that Patrick can't even fathom because he's a rich white man with all the privilege. So if tennis doesn't work, he has other options. But if you notice, she also wears a crucifix on her neck, and we always see her around one of her parents. She's a pillar of the community and a supporter of her family, and tennis is her family's way out. The outside burdens and pressures create an interesting relationship between Tashi and the game, and it's a huge reason why she's good. She has to be the best, but also it's the only place that she has control. And during her entire tennis tenure, we see her sensationalized and turned into an object meant to sell. And they actually break the fourth wall by commodifying Zendaya in the same exact way. The way that they promoted this scene to be the sexiest thing since Saltburn, and it ended up being just a PG-13 kissing scene between two boys, set the tone for me for how I'm supposed to perceive Tashi. This movie doesn't even have a simulated sex scene. The only nudity that we see is in a locker room, and yet there was constant marketing of Zendaya being turned out by these two white boys. Just like Zendaya, Tashi is the real story here. Yet, just like Zendaya, Tashi's proximity and relationship with the boys is the thing that people focus on, including the boys. Art always saw Tashi as the trophy that he deserved. She was the gift that the better tennis player was supposed to win. And Tashi's interest in Patrick is what shattered his confidence. She's the reason why he played tennis for so long and honestly so well. She was also presented as the trophy to win against his big match against Patrick. Patrick felt entitled to Tashi because he knew he was a better player than Art. And that's why he had such a visceral reaction from her giving pointers on his game. Not a coincidence that this scene had the same exact energy as the scene of them in the sauna, because in both cases they were talking about winning a game. For them, Tashi and tennis are synonymous with each other, which dehumanizes her even more. And after her injury, she loses what little control she has left in her life. Is cursed to be the sole support system of those two men. As a former athlete and fellow Black woman, this movie hit me so hard. I absolutely loved it. 4 out of 5 Frankie Flames.